best friend just said, all you got to do is 4 waves in an hour. That's it, 4 waves. That was the one focal point that I really needed. It was the one focal point that I just went, okay, this is it. I only need 4 waves. Oh, awesome. Thanks so much. How you doing? Yeah, I didn't plan it that way, and I apologise to everyone, but, you know, you take it how you get it, and, yeah, it was an incredible day yesterday. No worries, too easy.
So we've got another one at 10:50, like in about 20 minutes. We might have, there's just ABC TV, just on the phone now. They want to use this camera.
Okay.
So I'll try and set that up.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, awesome. Epic. Awesome. Thank you.
Is this what you got to do today?
No.
Huh?
I think I'm here until 10:50.
Think people will even have breakfast at that time?
Yeah.
10:50?
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
Okay.
Yeah. When you go get a coffee.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
There's a big delay.
Yeah.
But you should be able to hear them, but they'll just be a little bit faint. But that's cranked up as much as you can.
Going into this year, for me it was more about learning how to flow with the events and then also try and be a normal human on the other side of it.
We're back. The Quicksilver Pro is underway.
It was the first time in a few years that I've done well at home on the Goldie, but throughout the whole year there hasn't really been much focus on me. It's always been on someone else.
It's your winner of the Quicksilver Pro for 2013, Kelly Slater.
He is looking so good, so in form right now.
Mick Fanning into the quarterfinals.
There was guys coming out and making big statements in each different event. You know, I was just making the finals.
Mick Fanning, just the consummate professional.
Semis is good, it's another keeper, so 3 out of 3 keepers.
Jordy Smith is back as a world title contender.
Fanning pulls into the barrel. Did he get the line he needed to punch through? He did. I'd almost written him off.
Going into Fiji, there was still a lot of hype around Kelly.
Kelly Slater now has a perfect heat at the 2013 Volca Fiji Pro.
I looked at those first 4 results and I was like, wow, I started off really consistently, but I still didn't feel like everything had come together yet.
With Kelly out of the draw, Mick could seize the ratings lead here with a huge result.
Walshy, he's got a great line and he'll get puffed out. He's going to make Mick Fanning really feel it.
You've got to sit there and back yourself. You've got to make sure that you're in a position to fight back even in the last few minutes. And yeah, that's what happened in Tahiti a lot.
Mick Fanning needed something massive, turns it into perfection right at the end and takes the lead. Mick Fanning regains #1 in the world with the early exit from Kelly Slater in round 3.
No focus was really on me until France.
Massive crowd down here this afternoon. Finals action is just about to get underway. We're going to crown a champion this afternoon. Is it going to be Gabriel Medina or is it going to be Mick Fanning? Beautiful snap from Mick. Floats the boat, comes around. One more turn for Mick Fanning. Boom! Thanks for coming, and that's what Mick's got to do. Wow, so Gabriel Medina getting huge air there. This is going to be a big score.
And now puts a pretty tough task on Mick.
I just had confidence in myself that if that wave came, then I'd be able to do the job. And I guess that's sort of been the mindset for the whole year.
Mick Fanning needing a 7.18. He knows he needs to loosen up and produce something radical.
Comes down the line, section in front of him, big projection floater, comes around again, whack, throws the fins up and over, and bang, throws a reverse.
Throwing the tail out. Look at him, he liked that one. And that's it, that's all she wrote. Mick Fanning, ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 Quicksilver Pro champion.
To have a win, especially the caliber of guys that I went through, I was really proud of myself. It's hard to win an event and then the very next day you got to pack the car and drive down to Portugal.
One of the biggest upsets of 2013, Frederico Moraes takes out the 11-time world champ Kelly Slater. Pressure is on Fanning now to see if he can clinch the world title here in Portugal.
I felt a really big shift when Kelly lost early in Portugal. You know, all of a sudden this just went right on me.
Quarterfinal number 2 featuring world number 1 Mick Fanning and Goofy Foot Australian who's surfing an amazing year on tour. Kai Otten could be a major spoiler here.
Going into the quarterfinal, I felt really, really good. And with 15 minutes to go, I sort of looked and was like, I still don't have a wave.
Kai Otten keeping the world title race alive coming into Pipeline. Kelly Slater still in the running.
It wasn't the greatest heat we had there. You can't really do much when the ocean doesn't provide. And yeah, it would just go to Hawaii now and yeah, try and seal it there. You come to Hawaii and there's so much history and so much build-up. Not only do you have to face your competitors, you have to face Pipeline, which is our Coliseum. That's our Super Bowl, it's our grand final day, whatever way you want to look at it. It's one of those things that I'm honoured and so lucky to be a part of. A week leading into the event, like I felt the spotlight and everyone was sort of looking at me, and that's been a thing that I always struggle with. I definitely fight the cameras at times. I definitely don't want to be in that limelight.
Sunday, it looks like we're going to kick off at Pipe, and you are on the quest for number 3. You're going up against Kelly Slater, who's looking to make it 12. What's your mindset going into this?
Yeah, I've actually been pretty relaxed about it, you know.
To have everyone just jump on me, I was just like, get away. But you can't say that, you know, because that's your job.
Well, no pressure, but next week, the entire planet is going to be 100% focused on this performance, and I wish you both the best, obviously.
Kelly is that guy who he can manipulate the surfing world. Just a few words.
I definitely think about it every day. We're here, it's about to happen. I hope we both do well so that it keeps that sort of anxiety about what's going to happen, the anticipation of it happening.
I've dealt with that since I first got on tour, so I'm just oblivious to it. And I think Joel is too, and if it wasn't for Andy, we wouldn't have gotten over that.
What about a little arm wrestle?
Oh, no. I don't want to hurt him. He's got a bad shoulder.
Thumb wrestle. Thumb wrestle. Facing each other.
Oh. I've done this before.
Look all tough.
Oh, I can't. All right, bud.
All right. Yeah, buddy.
Have fun. Good luck. All right. Out of here. You know, with Phil there, I sort of sit there and, oh, do I get up this morning or don't I? And because you got someone else there that's putting in 100% for you, then I'm going to do that much work for him.
The ability to stay ready and be ready for 10, 12, 14 days in a row, that's Mick's strength. So it's not about being ready for the contest, it's being ready to surf amazing waves day after day after day. And he's driven to do that. And quite frankly, most surfers are, but they don't go to the trouble that Mick goes to be ready.
Good. Tennis balls.
Just getting everything into sort of explosive mode and that ability to react when need be and decision making. That's a big part too. Can you be under load, high heart rate, and then make good decisions? Leave the colours. Threes is super quick, light.
We're not trying to tire him out, just trying to challenge his nervous system, you know, his response and reflex system, his decision-making system, and every day he's done it. It's just gotten better and better, so heading in the right direction.
Welcome to the 2013 Billabong Pipe Masters in memory of Andy Irons. The ASP World title is on the line.
Going into that round 3, I was super nervous. So nervous. I didn't even really sleep the night before.
Here we go.
I'd just be real confident, even if he puts a lead on you. Anytime the situation tries to creep up on you, just spend a moment breathing and get rid of the situation. Just get down to enjoying a surf at backdoor.
This is the moment we've been waiting for to see how Mick Fanning was going to handle the pressure, taking on the Hawaiian wild card, Kaimana Hakias.
Mick Fanning to win world title number 3, he needs to get to the semifinal. That controls his own destiny. Here we go on the paddle. This is blue-white, Mick Fanning, backdoor wave, big open hole, still side through, back to the button door. With the
That was a significant no-priority wave, wasn't it?
Here we go, Mick Fanning, in the barrel and back door, traveling.
Wow, come out, where are you? He does. Nice. He was in there for a week. Big sigh of relief for Mick.
Yeah, that's great news for Mick Fanning. He goes through.
We've got 2 hours now until the next heat, so he'll go and regroup and assess the goals again for the next heat.
You know, here's the scenario. If Kelly Slater loses his heat today, the world title is clinched for Mick Fanning.
You can only control your things, and you can't control anyone else's outcome.
And here we go. Kelly Slater slides into this thing, parked at the back door, and comes flying out. As soon as Kelly got out there, the whole lineup has come to life.
See that number up there? You can hit that. The 5? If you start thinking about someone else, then how are you going to do your job?
Kelly Slater with total domination.
It would be completely inappropriate if you didn't have to win the event in order to secure your world title.
You know, I've been really relaxed all week, and about an hour before my heat, I got really nervous. And then didn't have them right before my heat. You know, I was able to settle down. And when I got there,
sitting back at the house, I didn't see Kelly losing that heat in those conditions.
Out of reef, and you kind of judge they're going to be rights or lefts, they're going to shift north.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to have a bit of a break and, yeah, just sort of, you know, let this one sink in and then, yeah, you know, probably come mid-Jan, I'll step back in the gym and, you know, work out what 2014 is going to bring. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks to everyone in Australia for all the support. It's been amazing. Thank you. Going up against John and Nat, I was fired up. I was ready for war.
Your decision making is just so superior in that heat. You were so clear about what was to be done, and everyone else was sort of guessing, you know. So yeah, if you can just get back to that frame of mind.
Round 4, the winner goes to the quarterfinals, and second and third into round 5.
All right, mate, put it on. Target turns if you get a chance.
Very important for Mick Fanning here to miss round 5 and get himself into the quarterfinals.
I got my first wave and I thought, all right, sweet, we started all right.
Mick Fanning off to a good start here.
It's an 8-1 second for Mick. That is the way you want to start.
Mick Fanning in the barrel at back door.
This is with priority.
And then I got so close to making a really good one and just got smoked.
He was kicking like he was angry, he missed something then.
Came up, watched John get blown out of a high 8.
John comes out.
And then I see Nat's 9, I'm just like, you idiot.
Mick Fanning needs an 8.21 to get back in the lead and make sure he misses round 5.
Mick's mom there looking quite nervous.
3 minutes to the end and I was pretty much coming last. And I was just like, God, so angry.
John Florence taking no prisoners. Nat Young doing quite a job as well. And Mick Fanning being pushed into third spot, so he will serve that extra round.
Made that one priority error.
Yeah, it sort of wasn't an error though. You would have thought. Was he looking to go?
He was going to go. Yeah.
Gee, you took a flogging, huh?
Yeah, I'm right.
Well, Slater might have been pumped up to see Fanning not skip around.
The world title's still on the line. We'll check this thing out. We got Kelly Slater up and riding on this right back door, and he looks pretty relaxed, even though he's got a world of pressure on his shoulders.
Well, take a look at this. It looks like Kelly Slater has decided not to go backdoor, but pipe.
That was a beautiful serve there from Kelly Slater.
3, 2, 1.
Slater skips around and moves closer to a world title, depending on what happens to Mick Fanning.
Winning that heat and jumping into the quarters at the same time that Mick lost, does that put more pressure on him? Does it put more pressure on you? Is there a sigh of relief?
I mean, it's good for me because he has to dodge a couple grenades. I'm sure he's going to get 2 guys that are really good. You know, that pressure is with me and Mick, and I think he and I are probably going to be the 2 most focused guys in those man-to-man heats for sure.
First of all, congratulations. There was so much hype. I mean, the way the final day was scripted was, I mean, you couldn't have really scripted it better. I mean, leading up to it. What did you do in the time between, you know, those 4 days or whatever, between when you knew what you had to happen, you knew the scenarios, you knew the swell? I mean, how did you deal with all that sort of pressure?
Coming out of that first day, I was exhausted, you know, mentally. I had a lot of doubts. I think with the way I prepare is I start off with a lot of questions and doubts, and then I start just trying to eliminate those doubts as I get closer.
Only 2 to 3 foot on the North Shore, so no contest today. But what we're looking at is that swell that's supposed to increase on Friday.
For me personally, I start so doubting myself. I doubt everything that I do. And each day I just cross off a box like, that's done, that's done, that's done.
So on the screen we've got Mick's not only Mick's heartbeat, but also his nervous system behaviour, so the ability to take on pressure and deal with stuff. That's what we're seeing live on the screen, which is correlating to his body. And right now, it's perfect.
Surf only 2 to 3
Finally, the swells are starting to arrive, you know. We're hours away from tomorrow. For Mick and Kelly, you know, we got the showdown for it all, and he's a really tough prick, and he has a really good way of dealing with pressure. There's probably 200 people losing sleep tonight for Mick Fanning, and Mick will sleep like a baby.
Joel went into this whole big brother role. I think he had a real awareness for me. I know he went out of his way, and he was like really special for me, for him to come and say things to me. And I haven't felt his presence like that since we've been really young.
All the hard work's done for him now. He's 4 waves away from winning a world title.
Look at this thing, are you kidding me?
I feel like I've just been so prepared for this moment. With people on tour, it is a tight-knit group, and we're talking about 30 guys, you know. We travel all year long, over a decade, you know, you're gonna have great relationships, and then you gotta go out there and potentially take their dreams away from them.
Aloha and good morning, and we are at the Bonsai Pipeline for our final day of competition. The forecast is spot on. We are seeing some magnificent conditions right now.
The morning conditions it was crazy. It was huge. You know, I paddled out for a free surf just because I wanted to get some nerves gone. I saw the biggest freaking pipe wave I've ever seen, and I'm just like, oh my God. Keep your composure.
It looks like we've got a good one on hand. CJ Hobgood versus Michael Eugene Fanning.
We're not convinced there's really high-scoring waves just yet. But it's not a black and white thing with CJ. He's capable of finding scores everywhere.
Mick Fanning needs to win this heat and the next one to claim the world title.
The game plan going into those heats was try and get a couple of 6s and 7s early. That didn't happen.
Suicide Hobgood in and out.
Man, that was smart surfing from CJ Hobgood.
Fanning needs an 8.0. We're down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
I only needed an 8, and I thought, well, I'm in with a shot. You know, whatever happens, I'm in with a shot.
2 minutes on the clock. Fanning needs an 8.0. This is it. This is going to be the decider.
About a 12-footer coming off the bottom. This wave having some nice shape. It looks like a really good one, Dave.
Big rolling. Fanning grabs rail. Nice section. It's peeling off. Punched up. He claims it. Oh,
If I was living that moment, I walked up the beach and just kissed and cuddled everyone. But no, I was running. I was just like, yes, okay, work's done. Okay, let's go again.
That's one of those glory moments that you'd love to have in your life, but he'll collect the congratulations, but he knows he's got plenty to do yet.
I was just seeing these things, I'm making this.
Yeah.
And then I'll just slide down the face, I'm like, oh God.
You're about an hour and 20 minutes for the start of your next heat.
The 9.5, and see was that for you like the turning point yesterday?
Yeah, you know, in the first heat, I sort of, you know, CJ played really smart.
Yeah.
You know, he was waiting until the last minute for me to go, but yeah, that one wave just sort of changed another gear. Gave me, like, I was confident going into it, but
yeah,
it just put in another gear. You know, it sort of fired me up and was like, oh, I can do this. You know, I can.
Yeah, gave you a bit of a swagger.
Yeah. But then again, getting straight behind the 8 ball again against Yaden, I was, oh man. Coming out of round 5 and going into the quarterfinals, I was pretty good. I felt pretty good anyway. I don't know how I looked.
Mick Fanning, Yaden Nickel, a world title on the line in this quarter.
I had a full Andy moment where I just went, get on a roll and run with it. I went out in that heat and I was so confident.
Right here and going backdoor for the first time, Mick Fanning. This is the world title heat, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this wave, still going, come down. Yaden Nickel, who is taking this wave that Mick didn't want.
I looked at him and he was paddling into it like pretty lackadaisical, and I was like, I don't think he's going to get it.
Yaden's going. He had to take that one off Mick Fanning. Here we go. Is he on the foam ball? And he comes flying out for a 9.33.
It is game on. So Yaden Nickel takes the lead.
Sure enough, he gets it. He gets spat out. I just put my head down and I was like, if there is another wave that comes through, I don't care. I'm somehow holding on to the death. And I saw the set.
There's some waves coming. There's still a chance for Mick Fanning to win the world title in the next 3 minutes.
When you see him on third reef, it takes about a minute to come in. I just went, okay, I've got a minute to compose myself. From there, I just went blank.
I don't think this is the wave.
He's going
anyway. It could be. I don't know if it's the wave.
Mick Fanning fades.
As I paddled into it, I just went, oh no, it hasn't got enough wall. And then I pulled up into it.
Down the bottom, this thing bowls out on the inside, kick stalls, parks it. Now it races up.
He's coming out. Absolutely does it again. Mick Fanning.
Shut up. You are kidding me. He's done it again.
Possibly could get in a barrel
in
the last minute.
Goodness. But mate,
it's not done yet.
It's not done.
I'm not sure it's a score.
Yes.
Amazing barrel by Mick Fanning. I'm not sure if it's a score.
The heat's done. There's no scores on the board yet. Judges, they'll have another look at this, Louis.
Yeah, you got to get it.
It's a world title or it's not, right here. Waiting on one score.
Right here.
This is going to be the biggest moment on tour this year. Probably the biggest moment of Mick's life.
There must be a real chance that he's got it. They wouldn't take this one nonetheless.
Mick's just getting mobbed in the meantime.
He wants to hear the score. What? He wants to know. He wants to know.
Shut up, so I can hear.
We are still on standby.
World title score coming down right now. Needs a 9.57.
Last wave for Mick Fanning, 89.7.
He's got it.
World champion. On his last wave.
Mick Fanning is your world champion for 2013, and he has done it in some rare style.
Throughout the whole year, I just never gave up, and you know, just like today, you know, even with the 3 minutes to go and needing huge scores, I guess the gods shined on me today.
It's just amazing. 3 times world champion. Wow.
You deserve it. You're up there with the greats now. Never give in, never give up.
Never give up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 ASP Men's World Champion, Mr. Mick Fanning.
There you go.
Thanks, brother.
Hold it high!
Good job, buddy. Congrats. Awesome. You too.
Put your hands together for the 3-time world champion, Mr. Mick Fanning.
Whatever happens, happens. Could be destiny, could be fate, I don't know. It just happened that way.